Welcome back. Well, joining us now is Sarah with Tyler Type 1 Diabetes Foundation, and they have an event tomorrow with Back to School. How are you?
Great, how are you?
Great. Okay, so tell us a little bit more about what people can expect at this.
Okay, so tomorrow night we have a 504 plan meeting session. We have a panel of people who are veterans and experienced in creating 504 plans for kids within the public school system that have type 1 diabetes. And so parents can come and get their questions answered, get help making plans for the care for their children when they go back to public school.
And remind us why this is so important for children who have type 1 diabetes in school right now, why they need to know this health information.
Right, so children with type 1 diabetes have very intensive management. They're insulin dependent, and insulin can be extremely dangerous in the wrong doses, and it's different for every child. So each child with diabetes needs an individualized care plan so that the school and the parents and the doctors are all on the same page about the care of the child.
Right, and so kind of go over what people can expect tomorrow night. What are topics will be covered?
Okay, so we're going to have a few sample 504 plans for the new parents, because sometimes when you're newly diagnosed, you don't even know what you don't know yet.
Yeah.
You don't know what to ask, and so we'll have sample 504 plans. We're going to have school nurses who know exactly how it works in the school setting. We're going to have 504 specialists. We're going to have veteran moms who've been there and done that, all sitting at the front of the room so that you can take notes, listen to other people ask questions, ask your own questions, and then afterwards it'll be a chance to just kind of get to know other people in the area living with type 1.
Great, yeah, get to know your community a little bit,
yes,
and people that deal with this same problem. And yes, so remind us about your organization as well. Give us a little background.
So Tyler Type 1 is a nonprofit that's been around for about 8 years. It was started by Margie Boyd. My daughter Faith was diagnosed at 9 months old, and we were actually the very first family that Tyler Type 1 reached out to. They came to us in the hospital when we were diagnosed, met us, brought us a blessing basket, and kind of just stayed in contact with us and supported us in a very practical way from the word go. And just recently this year, I took over as executive director, and I'm just continuing that mission. We want to reach families as soon as they've been diagnosed, kind of get them in a community so that they can learn from other moms, lean on other moms and dads, and the kids can also get to know other kids with type 1.
Yeah, and Sarah, what are the benefits of joining this organization, and how has this maybe changed your life by joining this?
It's absolutely changed our life, because type 1 is such a time-intensive management disease. It's very hard on the caregivers and the patients alike,
right,
and the extended family. So I have 6 children, 3 of them are living with type 1. It's just as important for my non-diabetic children to be around other people who get it as it is even my children who live with it.
Exactly.
Because everywhere else you go, you're different. People are wondering why you have needles and why you're checking your blood sugar. And when you're there, everyone gets it, no questions, and you can vent to people who absolutely have been in the trenches and understand
what you're going through. Okay, and so I know you also have monthly support groups. If people want to join that, how can they do that?
We do. We meet on the third Thursday of every month. Sometimes we do fun stuff, so it's just we can all kind of get to know each other and have a good time. Yeah. And then other times we do educational things about the new technology that's coming out, sick day management, things that families just really need to know. And then we also have school nurse education for local school nurses. We have a run in November where we raise money and raise awareness, because children go misdiagnosed with type 1 and die from misdiagnosis all the time. So we want to raise awareness to the public about the warning signs, and we also want to raise awareness and education among the type 1 community as well.
Great, Sarah. Okay, so remind us one last time about your back to school event tomorrow night and where it is.
Tomorrow night it's at Calvary Baptist on Old Jacksonville at 7 o'clock, and just come. You don't have to RSVP, just show up and we'll get your questions answered.
Great, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, well, come